Well, hello there, my beautiful friends. So you know what time it is. It is the time that we talk about new makeup releases here in Paris Stay Away. So go ahead and grab yourself a snack, a drink, whatever you need to get yourself through this video, and let's go ahead and jump right on in. Alright, so let's go ahead and kick off Paris Stay Away this week from a brand that I haven't necessarily had the best of luck with, but nonetheless, this is Kaja Beauty. I am not 100% sure how you say that, and everyone always clocks me for not knowing how to pronounce things correctly, so please be my guest and let me know how I properly pronounce that name. But I'm gonna go ahead and call it Kaja Beauty because I've heard it both ways, so I'm not 100% sure. But they are coming out with the Moon Crystal Sparkling Eye Pigments, which is already very enticing, and these will be available on April 2nd. They're going to retail for $16 each, and you can choose from 8 different shades, and some of the shades are going to be duochromes. So this sounds like it's a product that is right up my freaking alley. Like, I love liquid shadows, I love cream shadows, I love anything that has the word sparkling in it, and duochrome, crystal related things, you know, iridescent-y type of makeup is so far up my alley. I absolutely love those kinds of things, and those are usually the kinds of things that I am more inclined to purchase. And don't get me wrong, they have a beautiful lilac-y duochrome purple shade in this range, and I am so tempted. Like, it's taking every bit of willpower from me right now to not just jump on that and purchase it, but there's something that's holding me back a little bit, and that is because I went ahead and purchased one of their first launches. When it first came out, I purchased one of their cheek stamps or whatever they were called. It's basically a little liquid cushion type of product where you basically put your little stamp into the cushion product, pick up some blush, stamp it on your face, and blend it out. And the stamp was in the shape of a heart. It was freaking adorable. But I tried the product a few different times, and I didn't have any luck with the product. It just would not blend correctly on me. It just got patchy in certain areas. I was not feeling it. A girl does not want patchy cheeks, okay? Although I do kind of feel like my cheeks are a little bit patchy today, so that might be a bit contradictory, but most of the time that's not really the look that I'm going for. And I thought that that little cheek product was going to be the product of my dreams. I thought I was going to absolutely be in love with it, and honestly, it was a little bit disappointing, so I'm a little bit hesitant when it comes to purchasing things from Kaja Beauty now. So I kind of want to see reviews on this. I think the $16 price point is amazing. I think some of these colors are amazing, but you know, I want to see these compared to ColourPop Super Shock shadows because those are $5, and this product I could get legitimately 3 Super Shock shadows for the price, or I could get 2 Jelly Much eyeshadows from ColourPop, which give you a very similar, if not better, type of effect on the eyes. You know, a super iridescent, sheer, sparkly wash of color. You can get those from ColourPop already, so I'm not really sure if I want to purchase this. So let me know how you're feeling about these, because I personally want proof that they're going to be better than something I could get from ColourPop, and then maybe I'll go ahead and consider purchasing them. So I'm definitely intrigued, but I'm not 100% convinced that this is something that is going to beat out an affordable drugstore price product. So for that reason, for right now, even though I love it, I gotta say that I'm gonna skip over it. So this next release is from Glow Recipe, which is a brand that I barely mention here on my channel, if at all. But this is a skincare brand currently at Sephora. They have very clean looking packaging. They have very aesthetically pleasing kind of themes that are usually based off of fruits. They've had a watermelon themed product. They have an avocado themed product, and they are expanding their line of fruit flavored skincare here with the Pineapple Sea Bright Serum. Now, as far as I'm aware, I haven't seen a release date for this product yet, but I would assume it's probably going to be coming pretty soon for the next couple weeks or so. I know it's going to be sold on Sephora as well, but you know what the most enticing thing about this product is not what it's supposed to do for your skin, which I'll get into in a little bit, but honestly, let's all be honest with ourselves here. The most enticing thing about this product is the aesthetic, the pineapple aesthetic, which I feel like Glow Recipe gets a lot of their hype from the aesthetic, but nonetheless, even though the packaging is pretty, this is supposed to be a pretty decent product according to them. This is supposed to be brightening and smoothing. It's supposed to reveal poreless, translucent, and illuminated glass skin with brightening pineapple. That's a pretty big claim in my opinion. Like, can you imagine if you just wiped it off and your skin was just translucent like glass? That would be terrifying. According to Trend Mood, this is a lightweight liquid formula with 3 types of vitamin C, including 22% pineapple juice, which is a potent source of natural vitamin C, natural AHA, and bromelain enzymes? Bromelain. I cannot speak for the life of me. Bromelain enzymes. There we go. We got it. Blended with calming chamomile, the formula retexturizes, hydrates, and soothes the skin for a luminous, glowing complexion. So that sounds like a whole can of worms that I want to put myself into. But, you know, the one thing that's holding me back is the thing that I have not told you yet, and that is the $49 price tag. That is insane to me. I understand, dude, okay? It's skincare. I totally get that people want to spend, you know, their hard-earned cash on skincare because you want to get the benefits of that skincare. But I have to just say here, I have used up and tried a full size of the Watermelon Glow Recipe Sleeping Mask. And, you know, I felt like it was hydrating. I felt like it was really good for my skin. But was it worth the $30-something price tag that I spent for it? I don't really know. I can't really say that it wasn't because it was hydrating, but I can't really say that it was because it wasn't so amazing that it blew my socks off. And you can get products that are not as expensive as this that will give you decent looking skin and will benefit your skin and whatnot. And I don't know, with skincare, it's all subjective because people feel some type of way about wanting to put their hard-earned cash into skincare. For some people, spending this kind of money on skincare is a good thing as long as it does give you at least minimal results, if not maximum results, hopefully maximum results. But for me, I just feel like I haven't seen any huge results when using, you know, higher end and more expensive skincare versus using like $12 to $20 skincare. Maybe that's just me, maybe I'm alone, maybe she stands alone on this opinion here, but I don't know. I just can't really visualize myself spending $49 on a serum. So it's adorable. I think that the pineapple aesthetic, the pineapple bottle, the whole pineapple theme, cute as a button, okay? I love it. But if I'm gonna go out and spend $49 on this type of a product, honestly, I think I would rather just eat more pineapple and, you know, incorporate more pineapple into my diet. If it's really that beneficial to my skin, then I love pineapple. I am a-okay with incorporating more pineapple into my diet rather than going out and spending $50. So I think that's what I'm just gonna have to do, especially because it's starting to get real warm over here in Washington. We just hit 70 degrees, which is a huge improvement from our usual like 34 and overcast. So I think I will go ahead and just start eating more pineapple and seeing if I see a difference in my skin. But as far as spending $50 on this pineapple serum, no, not today, Glow Recipe. It's adorable, but you're not gonna have my money. So those are all the releases that I wanted to talk about as far as Sephora and Ulta and bigger brands go. And it was shocker, I didn't really talk about that much. But we have a plethora of things to talk about as far as indie makeup goes. So let's go ahead and transition right on over to that. So the first indie brand is an indie brand that I always am excited and feel happy about when I see them on the new Pay or Stay Away list. And this is Sydney Grace Cosmetics. I'm always stoked when we hear that they're coming out with new things. And they announced that they're coming out with their Single Shadows for Spring collection. These will be available on April 8th. They're going to be $6 for the pressed pigments and $5 for shimmers and mattes. And obviously these are individual single shadows. So Sydney Grace is an indie brand that just has their formula down to a T. They know exactly what they're doing as far as mattes, metallics, shimmers. They have their formulas down so well, and they have a beautiful range of colors in their current collection. So I'm always excited to see them add new things to their collection. You know, I have quite a few single shadows from them and I use them pretty often. They don't have that many bright colors. They have a few kind of here and there, but everything's more so on the muted side. So I'm always excited to see when they add more brights to their collection. And this is the perfect collection for spring in my opinion. We have some gorgeous yellows, but my personal favorite from this collection is a shimmery shadow that has a cool mauve kind of silvery undertone, and it is called Go For It. So I most definitely plan on picking up Go For It. It is a beautiful eyeshadow that I think I'll get a lot of use out of. I know I love the Sydney Grace formula, so this is a shade that I think is going to be a great addition to what I already have that is kind of similar in this tone, I suppose. Basically, my mauvey, pinky, cool toned kind of single shadow collection. I think that this would be a perfect addition, and I think that I would get use out of it. So I'm most definitely going to be purchasing this guy. I'm not really sure if I'm going to purchase any other shades. Maybe there might be a few that I might be enticed into if I want to get like free shipping or something. Yeah, I admit it, we all do that around here, okay? every now and then from time to time I will spend a little extra money to get free shipping. I know it's a bad thing, but we're all guilty of it here, and like I've said a million times on my channel, this is a judgment-free zone, okay? If I want to spend a few extra dollars to get free shipping, then gosh darn it, I'm gonna. So jumping on into the next release, this is a brand that I haven't heard anything about in so long, but influencers used to talk about this brand all the time, and this is Velvet 59. I know you're probably getting flashbacks right now of people holding up Velvet 59 liquid lipsticks on their Instagram and their little Instagram videos. Seeing their name on the list here just really brings me back to 2015 and 2014 nostalgia. It was a simpler time. It really wasn't at all. In fact, it was probably a little bit worse, but. So they announced they're coming out with the Paradise Princess palette. This is available now and it retails for $35 for 8 shades, which is not bad by any means. This palette is freaking beautiful, okay? I don't think I need to tell you that I really like this, that this is right up my alley, because you already know that. Some of you guys actually tagged me in this, so that's how I know you know it. This is a beautiful, well-rounded, springy, interesting palette, but unfortunately, I have all of the shades that I would want out of this palette. I already own singles of them, or I own shades that are really similar enough to me where I don't really feel like I need to go out and spend the $35. So I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and pass on this, especially because there are too many other things from last week's Pay or Stay Away that I want. And this week's Pay or Stay Away, I'm trying to be a little bit stingier on, a little bit more frugal, a little bit more of a penny pincher, if you will. So unfortunately, although it's beautiful, I just don't think that I need this in my collection because I know I already have it. But if I didn't already own shades like this and I didn't already own multiples of shades like this, then this would be something that would find its way into my collection because it's beautiful and it's a good price point. But I simply just don't need triples of these types of shades in my collection. I would basically just be solidifying my position as a full-on hoarder at that point, and I am trying really hard to keep myself right underneath the line of almost a hoarder, so I'm just not ready to take that jump and take that plunge into being a full-on hoarder and to basically solidify myself as that at this point, maybe sometime in the future, but right now I want to stay right underneath the line, okay? Alright, we have reached the final release, and it is from a brand that I absolutely love and adore, and this is from LoveLuxe Beauty. Now they are coming out with the highlighting trios. These will be available on April 6th and they're going to retail for $27 a pop. Now there are 3 different highlighting trios to choose from. There is the Flourish trio, which has deeper tones in it. It has a dark pink, a dark purple, and a dark orange. There is the Watermelon trio, which to me looks like it's more geared towards medium skin tones. It has a mid-toned mint green, a mid-toned pink, and a mid-toned orange. And of course the last trio, which is called Tropical, which to me looks like it's geared more so towards pale polys such as myself, and this consists of a baby pink, a pale yellow, and a pale blue. So very, very pastel, washed out type of colors. Now what I really love about this collection is that they only dropped 3 trios, but you are covering such a broad spectrum of skin tones here. You are not leaving basically a single person out. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be 1 or 2 people who are too light for this or maybe a little too deep for this, but for the most part they have almost everybody covered. And of course this is an indie brand, so they don't necessarily have the funds to put out a bunch of different colors of these types of products, but I really appreciate them doing so because now they're going to be able to market their product to almost anyone and people aren't going to feel left out, because we all know being left out is really, really discouraging and makes you not want to buy from a brand. I think that these are absolutely gorgeous. I love every single one of these highlighting trios, and I'm tempted to get the Tropical trio, which of course is the lighter toned one, but there's just a few shades in there that I know that I'm not going to touch. Honestly, if I'm being completely honest here, I think that I would just want it for the middle shade, the baby pink highlight. Of course, go figure, but I don't think that I would touch the blue highlight or the green highlight. So, you know, I think I'm just going to have to say no at this point. I think they're beautiful and I'm curious to see the formula of these. I do have a highlight from LoveLuxe Beauty. I'm not overly crazy about it, I have to admit, but I love every single one of their eye products that I've ever tried. They're like number 3 on my favorite eyeshadow formulas ever, but I don't know if their highlights are necessarily for me, at least not that one that I own. So if they released singles of these or like mini highlight trios with like tiny little pans, then we would probably speak in a different language here, but for right now, there's just, like I said, there's just too many things from last week's Paris Stay Away that I am currently saving up for, so I have to be a little bit more stingy here, and I think I'm just gonna have to pass over them. But I love that they have come out with beautiful, unique highlighting colors. You know, when have you ever seen an orange highlight or a deep purple highlight? I think that's a lot of fun, and of course you can use these for eyeshadow, for blush, of course highlight. You can use them for anything. You could probably even tap them over lipstick if you wanted to go for the whole iridescent lipstick kind of vibe. That's not really my gig, but I think it looks beautiful on other people. So to me, these look like some really interesting and unique multi-use type products that I'm just gonna have to skip out on because I don't think I would get enough use out of 2/3 of the palette. I'm sorry, Lex Beauty, you know I love you. You know I do. I'm just not really sure if this launch is necessarily for me, but I did see that you guys are coming out with a new eye product that looks to me like it might be a liquid glitter or a liquid eyeshadow that has sparkles in it. I'm gonna go ahead and go out on a limb here and say that they're probably coming out with liquid glittery eyeshadows, and if they do, girl, you got me sold. Go ahead and sign me up. You can absolutely write my name down for one of those, whatever you have on your eyeballs there. I'll go ahead and take one. I'm just really hoping that it is a liquid pink glittery eyeshadow because you have me sold. So we have reached the end of the Paris Stay Away list for this week. Like I said, I think I'm skipping over almost everything, if not everything this week, but let me know how you're feeling about this week's releases and if there's any that I glossed over here that you are personally interested in, or if there are any products that you are totally staying away from. Let me know. Strike up a conversation down below. But if you are not already subscribed and you are interested in knowing all the new makeup releases and being in the loop on everything that is announced during the week, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And if you enjoyed the video, then I would absolutely love it if you gave me a big old thumbs up. It helps the channel, it helps to keep everything going here, so I appreciate it if you choose to do so. But I hope that you are having an absolutely amazing and beautiful day wherever you are, and thank you so much for joining me here today. I hope to see you next time. Bye!